start that. Make sure it says it's healthy. Hello, YouTube. I know you guys take a minute to get in. Stream is healthy. Okay, I'm never gonna look at that screen again. And I put this over here. And we are good. Oh, wait, is it not scrolling? It wasn't scrolling. Whoops. Gotta live for a bit, but you'll be around. You know, you gotta take care of your post-stream things, right? Go ahead and do it. All right. Let's switch this over. I'm sure the YouTube people are going to show up at any moment. Actually, there's a couple hellos and let's goes in chat that aren't showing up in my other chat, and that's kind of annoying. So I guess I'm gonna have to look at the screen like this. I'm gonna have to pop out YouTube chat. Hey guys. Oh my god, I just have like 3 separate chats now. It's fine. Alright, so I have to do that. Click on this, open up OBS and switch scene to, I believe, this one. There we go. Okay, so this is a forum post for it, but I can't really zoom this in very well. So I'm just going to link you guys to this forum post. Right? If you want to read along. Music out loud? Yeah, I just realized. It's a song. Spotify is special. But I just turned it way down, so hopefully it's just too quiet now. Oh god, Windows Y. Sudden drop, no more ret. Yeah. That work? Well, it posted to Twitch, but not. Okay, never mind. I got the link on both sides. My dubstep arc. I moved Spotify to the side so I could minimize it, and it like touched the edge of the screen and then took over the whole screen because of Windows. Yeah. So it's Windows. That's all I gotta say. All right. But anyways, there's the forum post. That's easier to read, but I want it to be huge so it's easy for everyone to read, even people watching on like a cell phone. So I'm gonna use the paste bin and just make it huge. The first patch note, probably the biggest change, the one that people will love the most. Added Firearm chance to damage sandbox option, an experimental new method to calculate firearm hits, now based on the chance to damage. It is defaulted to be on, but the previous method remains available in sandbox. Feedback is welcome on both for future balance. Chance to damage. Each successfully aimed shot hits the previous chance to hit calculation, then determines if damage is dealt. This change aims to eliminate the frustration of missed shots and attempts to make every range attack feel more rewarding. All right, so just based off of reading this, if your mouse is over the zombie when you click, it's gonna do the stun animation like it got hit. But you may not do damage depending on your level. Can I turn the music down a notch? Is it not? It's literally like negative 55 decibels. I don't know. Music is gone here. Yeah, I know. Like I don't think anyone can even hear it on Twitch. Anyway. Maybe that person is like in the past right now. Yeah, I know the pastebin names are awful. That's great though. We'll just scroll down until those are gone, right? But anyway, so as far as I can understand, can't hear it here. Yeah, I think that person was just living in the past. You're gonna put your mouse over the zombie and shoot, and it's just gonna do the stun animation. And You don't know if it took damage or not until it dies, I guess. But either way, that'll make aiming way more effective, because right now you just kind of like, with low aiming skill, you point at the zombie point blank, you shoot, literally nothing happens. 0 strength construction workers still one-shot zombies at fences with the stone. Let's go. Didn't they just make it heavier and use more stamina and muscle strain? I thought that's what they were doing. Because like the carving fork does no damage at all, and it still one-shot zombies with 0 strength and no skill. But yeah, you just like aim at zombies, shoot at them, literally nothing happens, and then you have to turn around and run away. You turn back around, you shoot at it, nothing happens, and you have to turn around and run away. This way, you're going to shoot at it, and it's going to get stunned in place and not actually be able to attack you, even if you're doing no damage, which could be interesting. I think most people will prefer that, even if it's like slightly awkward. It has 1.08. I mean, I thought it already had 1.08. Added the ability to raise UI render FPS cap to 120. Added 60 and 120 options. 60 is the new default. All right, this is awesome. The UI renders at like 30 FPS by default, I think, or less. I can't remember. And it makes your clicks feel so bad. Update broke your mod? Yeah, it did. It broke a different mod too that I had on. You think they well, they didn't just nerf the damage. I thought they nerfed they made it use an increased amount of stamina for its own weight or some crap like that. But yeah, I mean, ground pounding a zombie in the head with the lowest damage possible, you'll still one-shot it. Like it's just, it is what it is, right? Ground pounding's too strong. So basically they're simulating force from the muzzle flash. Hitting the zombies still makes them recoil now. Kind of neat. So what they're simulating is that you shot the zombie, but you didn't hit it in the head, basically, right? Please tell you they're tweaking the strain. They already reduced the strain. I don't think they touched it again. We'll find out though. Added purified water recipe. It uses the water purification tablets to purify up to 1 liter of tainted water. That's awesome. Added blacksmith recipes, small iron band, mace heads, spiked clubs, spearheads, and long spearheads. So basically, you couldn't make those things, and it kind of completely broke the progression in the game, blacksmithing wise. So now you can. Boom. Added a report bug button to the main screen.lua, which opens the Keystone bug report forum. That's lovely. I love that. I hope they fix the Rosewood Prison's armory and actually put guns back in there. I guess we'll have to find out. Oh yeah, I can't even see like my Twitch follows or anything going on right now. Thank you for the follow, Cheddar. Hold up, let me move this over. All right. Added can pipe. I assume this is like a pipe to smoke with. Added craft recipe for forging the large hook item, or forging the large hook item. Added recipe for carving planks from a large branch. Carving planks? Not sawing them, carving them. That might have just completely changed early game, like primitive gameplay, by the way. Added functions to randomize an item's condition, head condition, sharpness, and all general conditions to consistent size loot spawning in. Interesting. Is the new patch out yet? Yeah, the patch just came out. Go play it while you listen to me. The build 42 shooting feels kind of nasty right now, even at 5 aim levels. The M9 almost never hits. Well, now it's gonna like hit and stun the zombies, but not do damage. So it might feel a lot better. I don't know if it'll actually be effective, but it'll feel a lot better. Added missing items and crafting recipes for flax, spinach, sunflower, tobacco, and tobacco seed packets. Added recipe for forging a handguard dagger. That sounds really cool. Oh, by the way, I'm on like line 13. This thing is like 519 lines or 91 lines long. All right, let's see here. Yeah, 591 lines. And some of these lines are actually 2 lines. So it's probably like over 1,000 to be honest. It's 591 changes, I guess. Where was I? Added a sandbox setting, discomfort modifier that, similar to muscle strain factor, can be used to disable, reduce, or increase the discomfort effect provided by clothing items that provide discomfort. Cool, we can do that. Added precautions against the chicken apocalypse. I'm sorry, devs, but you already killed my save with the chicken apocalypse. I rescued the save, but it was too late. I had already started a new one. Added recipe for making twine using dogbane. There we go. There's the bottleneck and the primitive crafting disappearing. Added the craft recipe for carving short bats. Needed for spike, club, and mace crafting. So I've spawned in a couple short bats, and they're like wicked good. I don't think you really need to make the spike, club, or mace. If these things are still weapons, like short, blunt, rejoice. They're kind of heavy though. I think they're 1.5. Sorry, you just got here. Can you start over? Yo, you're on YouTube, dude. You could just go backwards and then multiply the speed to catch up. Hey, JB. I assume that's showing everything, right? Yeah. Cool. Added recipes for splitting circular saw blades into halves. Okay, yeah, we needed that. Using a hacksaw, bandsaw, or welding torch. Or forge. Oh, that's cool. Like, you can do it with all sorts of things. Added the missing recipe for forging buckles. You had to get those from belts, I think. Like, entirely from belts. It was weird. Added several new skill books, recipe magazines, and crafting tools, especially bottleneck items to the foraging tables. Oh, yeah, you couldn't forage some of the stuff, so primitive, like, no loot runs didn't really work. Oh, let's see here. Added some similar additions to the randomized world story. Oh, the recipes and skill books. Recipes for turning an iron band into 4 small iron bands. That's cool. That means you can get the bands from cars and then turn it into more. Now, added a recipe for fixing saws and saw blades with a file. That's, oh, like repairing. Recipe to get long sticks from brooms and mops. I didn't really need that, to be honest. Added a sandbox setting that can be used to set the maximum hours of fuel for a campfire. Oh, this defaults to 8 hours. I'm just going to crank this to infinite. 42.1 is a big number. Yeah, it is. I'm actually confused about that. But this is a ton of changes, so it makes sense. Added a carved wooden bucket item. Added bundled sterilized rag item can be bundled unbundled through recipes. Updated moodles. Updated sounds. Several mixing and polishing adjustments. Footstep sweeteners when walking over garbage on the floor. Added sounds for animals breaking down fences, log gates, grabbing eggs from hutch, milking animals. Added open beer bottle sound. Microwave and oven UIs play toggle temp sound when setting temperature. I imagine that's like some clicking sounds. I'm not talking to that stupid Twitch chat again, am I? I am. I am. The changelog said they changed moodles. Could I give them a look? I could, but will I? Although I saw the background framework turned on, so if they change the background, I don't know. We should start. Rick, why are you on both sides like this? They should change the name from Lumberjack to Lumber. 'Cause, 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 'cause I'm scared to hear the milking animal sound. Oh boy. Why'd you even point that out to me? I didn't want to hear that. All right, so hunger. I think it's the same. Thirst. I think it's the same. Fatigue. Oh wait, it actually looks like it got a little smaller so you can see more of the red. Endurance, it's the lungs. Drunk. It looks like the drunk moodle. It's kind of entirely red though, so who knows. Oh, let's see here. Panic. Looks like panic. I couldn't get pain because I'm not actually injured. Stress. I think the stress one changed, did it? Maybe not. I don't know. The colors have changed. They're more prominent. Yeah. They added devil horns to the drunk moodle. Doesn't that just make the drunk moodle look even more seductive? YouTube chat, more like poop tube chat. Hey, Broom Nasty. Thank you for the follow. Looks better, not by much. Yeah, I don't know. That's people are gonna do things. Knob switch sound is played. Remove calls to play hammering sound from code. Change the implementation of the hammering event associated with building is now triggered by the animation. Ooh, that's fancy. That Rick guy on YouTube smells bad. That's right, Bullet Bait. Where did I find the patch notes? Can I link it? Here, I'll take you to their actual forum so you can read the patch notes. Pretty sure your world is corrupted and you're not using mods. I hate to say it, but I kind of fully expect such things to occur, right? Ooh, we're in the balance section already. Removed death by tree. Scratches no longer bleed. Erroneous lacerations taken out, guys. Guys, I'm safe. I'm safe. The trees will no longer haunt me. Also, scratches no longer bleed. That's wild. Am I saying that build 42 unstable is unstable? Can't seem to resize the moodles without reloading the save, which is kind of annoying. You only have to get it to the right size once, right? That Rick guy on Twitch smells bad. Bullet Bait. He gained the technology. Trees could give you lacerations. Yes, I died once from a tree giving me a laceration on the neck. I got like the bleeding moodle showed up while I was going through some trees. I'm like, it's just a scratch. And then I saw the injured moodle pop up, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then the injured moodle goes to the next phase, and I'm like, uh-oh, this is a problem. Yeah, is it all scratches no longer bleed or just tree scratches no longer bleed? Because if all scratches no longer bleed, that'll actually save a lot of people from neck wounds. Anything interesting? New aiming system for the guns where like you always hit the zombie if you're aiming at it, but the amount of damage you do is based on the random chance thing. So like you might shoot the zombie, it gets stunned, but you did no damage. Zombies climbing through windows now become visible when their head is visible. Okay, this was actually really annoying when I was fighting sprinters. It made me try to avoid windows entirely. I wonder though, because zombies behind you in the dark can bite you without even becoming visible. I wonder if this will let you see them because like their head gets closer. Also, just straight up doubled maintenance XP gains, by the way. I guess it doesn't make sense you could bleed out from a small scratch. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense at all. I mean, but it might end up changing the gameplay, right? We'll see. Boiling water is now 10 times faster. It was pretty fast anyway, right? Oh, wait, they're talking about like huge containers of water. Adjustments to safe house loot. Previously, survivalist safe house stories would have better loot after 30 days have passed since the apocalypse. This has been changed to 10 days. All right, guys, remember, don't loot houses until 10 days later. Late stage loot now appears in safe houses and on survivalist zombies after 90 days, not 180. I don't think many people actually survive long enough to see that stuff, so I guess that helps. Safe houses will now spawn skill books, recipes, firearms, and ammunition more reliably. I think everyone can love that. How did Rick become a moderator? He asked nicely. Yeah. Basically. No, I couldn't see Rick's name all the time, so I just moderated him, so he's got a blue name. Those days don't work. Like 30 days later settings. You know, I don't know if like doing... Like, what if you just do 12 months later or something like that? Your game is at converting world to new version 15 of 42. There's no way that they changed the loot and using an older save is a good idea. Like, just make a new save. I understand, like, you might be really far in, but like, make your character, debug them back up to the levels they're at, and play on a new world. How viable is spear spam now? You can't really spam spears now, basically. And they don't automatically kill zombies on crit. But your Rosewood Firehouse base, you can rebuild it. It's better and stronger and faster. Fast metabolism doesn't lock athletic or fit, but slow metabolism still bugs them out, even if you remove it. Well, that's awkward. Number 60 is really neat. If it's too dark to read, but the character is inside a vehicle, it will be possible to read as long as the vehicle's battery has charged. Oh, it's a dome light. Didn't you grow up in the 90s too? Come on. Actually, I mean, modern cars have dome lights too, right? In the 90s, we would like park under a street lamp so we could read while we were waiting. And you had to read while you were waiting because cell phones didn't exist. Although for a while I had a portable TV that used like 12 D-size batteries. Best thing ever. The screen is like 4 inches. I actually still have that thing. I should like get a picture of it at some point. You just want to pet your cow goodbye. It got you through winter. I caught a mouse in a mousetrap and was about to butcher it, but I discovered I can pet it, and now my character is a vegetarian. That's amazing. That is actually amazing. All right, let's keep reading some of this. Have the muscle strain gain for being over encumbered. This only occurs when a character is encumbered enough to also take health damage from their encumbrance. As far as I know, this really doesn't matter unless it makes it enough pain so that you can't sleep. The butter nerfs are going to be in there, you bet? I assume they will. Items with sharpness will now lose sharpness at half the rate they did previously. So I'm working on my combat meta video, and honestly, because the max sharpness is tied to head condition, it doesn't matter how fast they lose sharpness. They could actually just never lose sharpness, and they'd still be garbage after like 40% condition. And by garbage, I mean they still do more damage than other weapons. It's just, it feels bad to watch your damage go down. Nails would be transformed. Oh, nails will be transferred to the main inventory before starting a barricade action. Double the amount of clay from a bag. Oh, that's fun. If it is too dark to read, I read that. Comics and magazines will have less of a bias towards recent issues. Fix a reference of rip sheet instead of rag. Mild nudge nerf to the scrap metal or the sheet scrap metal bat. Hey, that was my favorite weapon. Don't do that. What did they do to it? Did they nerf the crit chance? Is this patch live now? Yes, it is. Knives feel kind of useless right now. They dull after like 2 hits. Yeah, the majority of the knives are just garbage. I hate to say it, but they are. I don't know if I'm going to champion short blade anymore. Although some of the short blades have very low weight, and that might be good for early game. But they're still probably going to be bad late game. Remove the maintenance level requirements for the glass and toothbrush shiv recipes. Hilarious. Does that mean you still need to learn the recipe though? Balance sharpness reduction when chopping down trees. Oh no, is it no longer infinite? That sucks. I guess I could test that super fast. Is it infinite? Can I just spawn a crude stone axe? Well, let's get out of God mode. Maybe that makes a difference. I don't know. It's still infinite. I'm pretty sure it's still infinite, guys. All right. Anyway. Reject modernity. Embrace rock. Yep. Where was that? Bump nutrition values on animal meat when butchering. Oh, we got to check that immediately. God mode. Teleport. There's a farm up here with cows. Player stats. Where's butchering? Is there any Angus cows here? I guess not. All right. I'm sorry, cow. So I think I'll make a video or recap of the update. Ooh, good question. I don't know. I think I'll just start covering things individually like I usually do. Can I pick you up? There we go. Don't these things weigh like 1,000,000 pounds? 715 pounds. The Holstein cow, so it's not actually meant for meat, but let's see how much meat we get. How does this work? You have to like click on it. There we go. Meat. Gather. Well, I'm doing that. Let's give myself nutritionist. So I can see how many calories it has. Why did gathering the meat not make it disappear in the bones? All right, so I got beef poor cut. It's 134 calories, 132 calories. I got 3 steaks. They're 60 calories each. Yeah, this is literally worthless, by the way. So I killed a cow, which could give me infinite calories. And I got like a breakfast worth of calories. Not even a full day's worth of calories out of it. That they gotta do something about that. They're just really small cuts. I was looking at it to see if I could cut more meat. Right? But no, there's none. Let's find... Actually, I could just spawn... Well, I don't want to spawn animals because it might be weird. Let's find a chicken. I think there's some over here, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna butcher this thing on the ground. Butcher it. 600 pounds cow, 3 burger. It wasn't even enough calories for 3 real life burgers. Are these changes out now? Yes, the patch is out now. Go play it. Average cut of steak is like 700 calories. Yeah. So we got a chicken whole. It's 400 calories, basically. That's almost acceptable, but honestly, it really isn't. Then we got 100 calories, almost 100 calories. Yeah, 100 calories worth of chicken feet. And the head has no value to me, nor do the feathers. Chickens are worth it because of the eggs. Yeah, the chicken had more calories than the cow did, and honestly, the chicken is still only worth it for the hunger and not the calories. Like, I bet you would get more calories in a week's worth of eggs. Let's see if there's eggs inside this thing. How do I access it? Come on, I was eating eggs the other day. There it is. There's no eggs in it. Darn. How much has changed? It seems like aiming got massively changed, and I don't know. Is there a pig farm anywhere nearby? I mean, I think there's a pig farm in Echo Creek, right? If you go down like this way. I just fly around real fast. I might not find it. I might just go back to reading patch notes. How did aiming change? So they made it so that if you shoot at a zombie, even if you would miss, as long as you're actually over the zombie, it should hit. I just removed my gun that I was gonna show you how to do it with. All right, so I have no aiming skill at all. Right? Cheats. Where's the unlimited ammo? There we go. So I'm over this zombie. It'll actually hit it. Right? But I'm pretty sure it won't do damage unless I would have done damage. Yeah, so it just took 1,000,000 shots to kill the zombie. Do I get XP or does that not count? I believe I got XP for every single shot there. No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm not getting XP for every shot. Why is my character bloody? I butchered a cow. All right. Bummer. Yeah, that would have been actually kind of awesome. East of Irvington is a pig farm. It's fine. If pigs actually end up having enough calories, then people will tell me, right? Your cow stopped producing milk after the update. RIP. Dead farm plants now display mouse over tooltips in the plant information window. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Rebalance several cudgel weapons. How heavy is the cudgel? Well, it's not even the cudgel anymore. Isn't it like the large branch? Large branch. Still weighs 6.0. So the cudgel weapons are something else. Funny to you that the skill pane has a scroll bar now. I wish they'd RuneScape it and just have like the skill icon and then a number for its level. Added the can pipe item to the story to various clutter pools. Limited number of hobo outfit zombies that can spawn in Deerlick room definitions. I wonder if it could like spawn too many of them or if every single zombie had the hobo clothes. Isn't Sledgehammer 5? I don't know. Sledgehammer's too heavy for me to use anyways. Restored beer empty and beer can empty as clutter items for stories. Increase the size of landscape flyers from 800 by 564 to whatever. It's better resolution, I guess. Crafted clay cement can now be used for building, not just concrete. That's awesome. Added items, recipes, and evolved recipes using forged cooking pot. That's hilarious that it didn't have that. Copper saucepans to the pasta and rice recipes. Oh man, the way cooking works currently feels like awful, so hopefully they change that. Where can you find this list? There you go. Have fun. Reduced fatigue change for cola and soda fluids from 5 to 2. I assume they fixed your recipe so you don't get like 100. You can't pin messages. Can I pin a message in this chat? Oh, I can. There you go. Boom. I could probably do that in my Twitch chat too. Hold up. Rip soda crack? Yeah. So do I? Oh. I accidentally pinned Rip soda crack. That's funny. Oh, that was great. All right. You know what? We don't look at our OBS anymore. Ladders aren't a feature yet. I'm so sad about that. There's a mod to make the ladders work though, so do that. Let's see here. Empty beer, pop, and tin cans can be used to boil water. That's actually really nice. So if you're doing like a primitive no loot run and you just find any of those empty tin cans, then you'll be able to survive. Easily anyway. Honestly though, I believe in build 42, the amount of like poison things give you is like very manageable. So you could just drink tainted water all the time. Did they fix cleaning rags? I haven't got to that yet. Petition to change the name of the stream to Rip Soda Crack. I mean, it's actually really tempting. But it would also take me like a minute to move all my screens and get that set up. Made some literature items unreadable. That's fun. Change the category is several armor craft recipes to armor. Anyway, lowered the amount of zombies. It's probably they're in like the tailoring category, right? Lowered the amount of zombies in the forest by 5. Oh, this is hilarious. So I actually ran into this. I was going through like some random forest cells and there was just always 5 zombies in every cell. I wonder if there's just no zombies in the cells now. I actually know where one is. Hold up. If I go here, there should be a zombie in the trees down there. But I could probably just use the population map to see it. Yeah, it's not there anymore. That's funny. All right, that's actually hilarious. Re-enabled disinfect bandage using hot water. Added tooltip to inform it needs to be very hot. I mean, boiling water is boiling water, right? It doesn't get hotter. Unless you go closer to sea level. Both a handy trait in the repairman profession grant 1 level in carving skill. All right, that kind of helps handy, but handy is garbage compared to the wilderness knowledge trait. Is a memory leak solved? You're at 5,000 mo in the menu. I have no idea. Use a pressure cooker. Time to autoclave the bandages. That's not a bad idea, honestly. True physics. The more you know. Remove dangerous uncooked from chicken nuggets and fish fingers. Apparently those were poisonous. Allow challenge maps to specify the minimum and max zombies per chunk, so the spawn maps don't need to be recreated. Interesting. I assume that's for the devs and modders. Originally, normal vehicles being ones that don't have strong specific theming, such as police vehicles, ambulances, etc., but normal civilian non-business vehicles have an 8% chance of having one of multiple special loot distributions if a list of special loot distributions is defined for that vehicle. Added special loot chance that, if defined, will set the percent chance of a vehicle having the above special loot if their special loot is properly defined. The camouflage trucks have a 16% chance of having special loot instead of an 8% chance as above, now using the special loot chance field. I did not even know that camouflage trucks were supposed to have special loot. The mural vans now have a special loot chance of 80%, so they should generally have a more memorable loot than average. The mural vans? I'm not exactly sure what that's referencing. Added the vehicle script parameter, special keyring chance. If a vehicle has defined special keyrings in their script, special keyring chance will be used to determine if the keyring will spawn in it. If that vehicle key will spawn with that special keyring, if a keyring is generated when the vehicle spawns. This is like in the weeds. Added a placeholder distribution table for outdoorsy keyrings so they can spawn outdoorsy keyring items on them. There is the whole fire brigade going past my house. The Lady Delighter. I know, that van. Yeah, you can't even see the camo trucks from all the camo. Keyring type items will provide 85% weight reduction for their contents. Hey, oh, but only when they're in the fake equipped state. Yeah. The hand knife item can be put on a keyring. Cool. Pocket watches can be put in a keyring. That's actually really cool. Made camouflage truck spawns more consistent. Change the key spawning on zombies for buildings to utilize better of two rolls. Created the key spawning chance to bump the building key spawns on them while still preserving the loot spawn setting functionality. Lower spec PCs have a lot of problems running build 42 right now. The memory goes up like crazy. I believe they raised the memory requirement from 4 gigabytes to 8 gigabytes. So that's probably on purpose. The paint bucket will use that specific name now instead of just bucket. Foraging. Clay will spawn 2 to 4 items instead of just 1. That's going to cut people's lives. The misery down by 2 to 4 times. Increase the rarity of the Rat King story. Oh, that's sad. It was so funny. Characters with carpenter, construction worker, and lumberjack professions start the game with level 1 maintenance. I talked about this on Twitch before, but if they're giving them free maintenance level because the things required for them to do their job requires level 1 maintenance to craft, they should just reduce the crafting requirement to 0. Right? But anyway, lumberjack just got buffed. So did construction worker and carpenter. Previously, you had to get a trait for maintenance with them, and now you don't. That's actually a massive trait point save. The construction worker profession provides a +3 bonus to the masonry skill. I think people were asking for that, and they gave it to them. Water dish and bucket water debug now fill with rain. Remove the ignore zombie density tag from several firearm and ammunition containers because it was making them too rare. This is probably partially on account of default loot levels changing from 0.6 to 0.4 towards the end of internal testing. Eternal testing. I mean, considering they've been making the game for over a decade, I guess it is eternal testing. Did their point cost change? I don't think so. Hi, Peach. Going wild with those. The Carpenter is cracked compared to DIY Expert now. Is it really? They didn't change. You checked. Well, I'm gonna look at it real fast. So, construction worker, the same. Carpenter, I believe that's the same. Man, that is a lot. And lumberjack, absolute Chad class now. So it's fun to know that the loot density was changed. Changed the maximum fuel limit for campfires, fireplaces, and wood barbecues from 6 to 8 hours. There was already a change earlier that lets us change the amount, like the max amount, and I'm just gonna crank that to infinite. Guess if you're a lumberjack, you're okay. Yeah. Let's see here. Bandit outfit zombies with bags will sometimes have armor and weapon recipe magazines and schematics in those bags, but not always. I thought they already did have schematics in their bags. Survivalist outfit zombie bags should contain more skill books in tiers 1 through 3. Previously, they could only spawn tier 4 and 5. All right. Between this change and the other one about the working vehicles that we probably haven't got to yet, as time goes on, the way you get books is by hunting the survivalist zombies and not going to like bookstores and stuff. It'll be a really weird change, and I don't know how they're going to explain that to people like in game. Vehicles that spawn in burnt parking stall zones will evaluate as a vehicle trapped in a traffic jam for some key spawning purposes. Who knows what that means? Adjusted the sheet sling bag capacity from 12 to 10 from feedback. So basically the sheet sling bag is so easy to craft, and it was better, is the same or better than a lot of the lower tier backpacks you could find. And this makes perfect sense to give you like some progression, right? Some early game progression, I should say. In the game, they don't tend to explain anything past the very basics. They don't, and they really need to. Added the pager and cordless phone items, the ground clutter, yeah. For the Rich Jerk Road story. Oh, is that the one where the briefcase is on the ground? When napping a sharp flint flake from a flint nodule using a recipe, the character should sometimes, the chance being based on their level in the flint napping skill, get a second flake. Massive buff to crude stone axes. And stone knives, I guess. When a saxophone or trumpet breaks, it should spawn brass scrap. More seed packets, added flower seed packets to loot for gardener and landscaper vehicles. Adjusted the code for chopping down trees so more large branches and saplings will spawn. I was watching Lamprey play on this patch because he's like an internal tester, and he did get way more branches from chopping down trees. Also, let's not. Modify the tree chopping code to be more generous. More stuff from trees, nerf the foraging? Maybe. They need to add notes to survivors explaining this kind of stuff, like the annotated maps. Just text with important info. Maybe that would actually be cool. Let's see here. Modify the tree chopping code to be more generous, scaling by tree size, and possibly dropping branches and saplings. They also drop splinters, so you can always get tinder. Increase the amount of oh, that's actually amazing for a no loot run. Increase the amount of long sticks or saplings needed for lean-to shelter for the foundation as per the tile sprites. Interesting. Yo, AI, thank you for the $10. That's going directly to the snack fund. That'll be great. Add a Spiffo Says channel to the TV for new player game tips. That'd be a little weird and fourth wall breaking, as you said. Only issue you have from the new tree stuff is it can be really hard to tell which trees can give you logs. It's not bad when you're at legit forest, but with trees growing back in, it's super hard to tell. Oh, I didn't even think about that. So like the small saplings. Also, hey, rural storage. If you guys don't know, rural store. Oh, wait, I can't do that. People say weird stuff in chat. If you guys don't know, rural storage is also a streamer. And he plays a lot and he's super chill and awesome. So go follow him. What did I do to my chat? There's that. And there's that. Cool. YouTube told me my name is Alfred, so I guess it is now. Hey, it is what it is. YouTube did it to you. Al the Al. Al or AI? Yeah, I know. It's weird. Hold up. So the shelter requires more long sticks and saplings. I don't think that... It doesn't really hurt you. It doesn't take long to make it anyway, right? Characters with a veteran occupation or desensitized trait should be completely immune to panic. Thank you, devs, for making veteran not suck again. I mean, it's still kind of... Like, police officer is just better, in my opinion. But it has its place now, right? Your hope is they'll change chop down tree to chop down sapling if the tree's not big enough. Yeah, that would be actually really nice. Hi, Allison Adventures. Hey guys, Allison Adventures is another great streamer to watch. You still can't self-care me? Yeah, I didn't set it up yet. And stretch? I refuse. I'm going to be a goblin and only play Patchnote game instead of stretching. I can't move my chat anymore for some reason. Oh, it'll just be where it is. Thank you for the 700th follow, Rick. I need to start keeping track of that somehow. Why is Lumberjack a Chad now? You missed it. Lumberjack gets a free +1 maintenance for no apparent reason. Which means you don't have to spend trait points on getting maintenance anymore. Which means you get free trait points to use on something else if you want. It's actually kind of strong. Shrimp life, best life. Yup. Water and hydrate. I'll drink some Gatorade. I also have some water, but I have been drinking water all day anyway. All right. Pickup trucks, pickup van trucks, and cargo vans, but not passenger vans, have a 40% chance of having special loot instead of the default loot, as they are working vehicles. Previously, only step vans could have masonry special vehicle loot. Now vans, pickup trucks, and pickup truck vans can. This means more masonry chisel spawn along with skill books. Step vans have an 80% chance of having special loot. Special vehicle loot includes a lot of crafting, skill, and recipe resources. A step van is the giant box vans. They're called step vans because you have to step up the side on that step. So as I said before, as time goes on, and like all the buildings get looted because 50% of them get looted by like 2 months in. If you want a skill book, you're gonna have to go look for work vehicles, so vans and trucks. That's like a very different change from the way Zomboid used to be played. So people are gonna have to get used to that. Yeah, they're work vehicles, so it should make sense for them to have a lot of work tools and stuff, right? Did you miss anything big? Not really. Added a second set of pot pan pasta cooking recipe stuff. I'm skipping it. Don't the cars get looted too? I don't think they do. Some extra code for the bandit raid story so that if there is a vehicle there, is a greater chance of the key spawning on one of the bandit zombies or in the vicinity. You know, I haven't run into a bandit spawn yet in build 42. They were kind of rare in build 41. Double barrel shotguns can spawn as farm storage clutter. That's amazing. You're going to go in like a barn and it's just going to be sitting on the shelf. Added a recipe to smash stag skulls in order to get the antlers. Was there no way to get antlers before? Changed carve napping tool into carve napping tools, as you should get 2 of them from a set of antlers. And you get more XP. Sometimes fireplaces can have bellows and or tongs on their square, as well as fireplace pokers. Even though tongs and bellows can spawn in fireplaces and in many other containers in the world, this providing another visible opportunity for these smithing items to spawn. I did not know you needed to loot fireplaces for bellows. So thank you guys for telling us this. It's Kentucky. Even the office workers should have shotguns. Not that much. Bellows do anything? They aren't large bellows. That's a good point. Do the bellows do anything yet? I don't think so. You need the large bellows to craft the advanced forge, right? Added some new items, newer than the story, to the murder scene story item clutter pool. Fixed construction site key. Changed the make firecrackers recipe to accept scissors by tag and not only by type base.scissors. Insert battery recipe now uses tags. That's cool. It doesn't destroy the item. Improvements to the thirst normalization. I have no idea what that means. Glasses, hats, and shoes that are added in Stories World randomization clutter should not be deleted by the player quality of life world item removal system. Oh, that's funny. So all that stuff got deleted well before you ever found it. Oh, maybe not, because doesn't that stuff spawn in right when you get near it? So maybe it's fine. Added allow favorite to a bunch of recipes. Added inherit favorite to a bunch of recipes that allow favorite. Characters will only gain unhappiness from taking items from human corpses and will no longer accumulate stress from the action. However, players with fear of blood will still accumulate stress, scaling with how bloody the item is when transferring items from a container, whether it is a human corpse or not. All right, guys, I'm just going to say it right now. Fear of blood is F tier. Can we make iron bands yet? Yes, we can. The crushed limestone craft recipe now is in the masonry category and also grants masonry XP. Added a similar crafting recipe, nap limestone, that also produces crushed limestone, but takes longer, uses napping tools, and grants napping XP. Both of these crafts don't have a skill level or learning requirement and can be used to grind masonry and napping XP from limestone, which can be found lying around on the ground. That's cool. If Fear of Blood is F tier, what is Restless Sleeper and Sleepyhead? For crazy people. What's the difference between these notes and the preliminary closed testing notes, if any? I haven't checked. Yeah. I mean, these notes have the firearm thing explained, right? So that's a difference right there. It's like the first line of the notes. Both the stone maul head and the large stone axe head now need to be made from a large flat stone, which can also be found lying on the ground. Okay, so the large stone axe has kind of been nerfed, but like, who uses it in the first place, right? Have the next strain from sewing crafting timed action. That's hilarious. Instead of having 100% from 3 patches, it'll be 100% from 6 patches. Which will take all of like 5 minutes in game. That nerfs the napping grind because those gave more XP. Does it really? Updated the improvised tent kit recipe to use the stick item that currently exists in the game, as it predated their existence. Interesting. Break large stones. Craft recipe no longer allows any hammer to be used. It requires a club hammer, sledge, or stone maul to perform. Well, rip that. Some things didn't get through, but not sure what was left out. Yeah, that's why I didn't read through that patch note on like my YouTube or anything like I currently am, because who knows what was going to change, right? Now I can just read the real patch notes and it's perfect. I don't have to correct anything. Added masonry XP to several masonry recipes. These are placeholder values and will need to be adjusted. Added a recipe to knap large stone into stones for knapping XP training. Added can be done from floor tag to several recipes with heavy ingredients, such as logs and large stones. That's epic. Increase the XP gain for several weapon recipes. Fix some issues with certain combinations of rooms and containers for loot spawning. Trailers will sometimes spawn with masonry special loot in them. Trailers will also spawn with special loot in them as a crafting source. Okay, so trailers are now a source of crafting items. Your save with mods now crashes to desktop. The desktop. Nah, I can't even say the word. Oh well. You never played a save so much before? I hate to say this, but if you're into long saves, you should not be on build 42 unstable. Will we finally be able to saw logs without filling up our inventory with planks? Let's check. Let's just spawn in real fast. Different kinds of scissors are more or less durable than other kinds of scissors. Tweak distributions to address the recipe magazine skill book issues, as well as some items missing from the tables. All right. Harvested flint for mineral deposits will now have at least one flake in the yield. This is so players who just need a flint flake and not knapping XP can just get one. All right, that's interesting. Favorite Naru, just wanted to help, or thank you for helping illiterate people like you know what happened in the build patch notes. I mean, I am the worst person to read things live. If you're that desperate, I appreciate it. You tried running Fear of Blood and Smoker for a while, but it's just so annoying being perma max stress. I mean, in build 42, even Smoker was bugged, so you'd be like perma stress. So, oh, I don't know. Did they fix that? Did they say they fixed it? You're just sitting out and not updating the build 42. You'll prevent you survive long enough. I mean, I fully understand if people don't want to play on like the broken recipe build 42 version, right? Any fixes to be instantly spotted. I don't know. I'd have to check it out. Am I in yet? Can I saw logs on the ground? I need a saw. What the heck's all do? I need logs. 5 will do. So if I go to the crafting recipe, max craft. Oh wait, hey, did this get smaller? Or is it just gonna get huge if I click on armor? Oh yeah, it goes off this bottom of the screen. I love it. All right. No, the planks went in my inventory. So yeah, screw you. You still have to sit down to carve. Smoker is fixed with looting corpses. Okay, so Smoker might actually be worth the 2 points, but honestly, it's like over a year before you can grow tobacco, right? Start sawing the logs by right-clicking them from the inventory menu. Yeah, but I don't want to have to right-click like a million different logs, right? I don't know. We'll find out later. Similarly, harvested limestone from mineral deposits will have at least one crushed limestone in the yield. In Build 41, you can saw old logs, yeah. Added foraging stuff for the Whittler and wilderness knowledge trait benefits. Oh, so you get like bonus foraging view distance stuff. Some adjustment nerfs to the ratchet wrench, entire iron durability values. RIP ratchet wrench. That was one of my favorite weapons. Short revolvers can now, or can sometimes spawn in purses and handbags. Yo, M36, let's go. Boosted the spawns of whetstones and added them to several distribution tables so you have more opportunities to spawn. How many points do I think high thirst should be worth? High thirst shouldn't even be a trait. More opportunities for whetstones and chisels to spawn. Home alarms can be an electronics story clutter item. All right. The 36 seems very weak in build 42 though. Yeah, but it's cool. Really cool. Relax the skill level and tool quality requirements for several bottleneck recipes. The heading tool, metalworking punch, masonry chisel, and masonry trowel. Butter now requires 5 liters of milk instead of half a liter. Rest in peace, butter. Honestly, just get a couple more cows and you'll be fine. Did I test if it's referring to the minimum range bug? What do you mean by test if it's referring to the minimum range bug? Did I read something that sounded like that? $408 people watching and only 76 likes. Yeah, guys, come on. Spam the like button. That might be one of the only times I ever advertise that on YouTube. Relax the requirements to forge a crude wood saw. Fixed and added missing tooltips. And recipe names. If you guys are spamming the heart thinking that's a like button, that's actually a different thing. But I love it when they do that because it's cool. Fix and added missing tooltips and recipe names. Crude saw was renamed to crude wood saw. Small saw to small hacksaw for clarity. Kitchen tongs can be used as crude tongs for some blacksmithing recipes. They'll also probably break after the first craft. You know, I had some kitchen tongs for casting aluminum and they never broke. That's all I gotta say. Crude and simple wooden tongs have a tooltip explaining that they will break when used for smithing tasks. This is how they work in real life. Do I reckon a wilderness run will be viable now? I think if we speed run checking all the recipes, it might actually be viable. I think you'll still need zombies to kill though, right? How fast does it go when you spam it? I think it can spawn 2 hearts at a time. So about that fast. Forced to hit the like button. Thanks, Retnar. Yep. It immediately went up by 35 on your screen. Yeah. I mean, you have to remind people to do things. I don't know. So the crude tongs can be used as fire, tinder, and fuel. Added whetstones to items that can spawn in fishing tackle boxes. I guess to sharpen your fillet knife. Players with speed demon trait will sometimes, very rarely, 1% of the time, spawn with a speeding ticket in their inventory. Hilarious. Call to actions work. I know they work. Someone was calling me out for never telling people to like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. But to be fair, all I'm going to say here is subscriptions don't actually help me on YouTube. You know, they're just follows like on Twitch. And I know technically if I do that, I could get one of those, the play button. So it is kind of tempting to ask for them, but that's fine. Consolidated the make crude knife and make stone knife recipes into one recipe. Make crude knife. Interesting. But big number go up. That's right, Rick. Where do you put your play button, Rick? Is it like on the wall above your PC? Or is it next to your bed so you can look at it fondly at night? I'm not a fisherman. Why would you need a whetstone? Fillet knife. It's above your monitor. Yeah, that's where I'd put mine. Thank you for the follows, guys. On Twitch. I don't think I have any YouTube alerts set up. So I just have to see things when they happen. You keep a cheap belt knife in your tackle box? Makes sense. The whetstone would be there too. Yeah, I mean, I just had like a multi-tool whenever I go fishing. Mostly so I don't have to touch the fish so much to get the hook out. You tucked it into the bed next to a little bed next to yours? That's hilarious. Did they fix the soda bug? It sounds like they fixed it, but they didn't say it directly. So I guess we'll have to check that out at some point. 1 million people are following. Did someone raid me? No. Okay. You've yet to find a multi-tool. I found the multi-tool, but it turns out it was like using the multi-tool instead of a knife in my inventory. So it broke my multi-tool because I was like carving stuff and I was really sad. Who disliked the video? So on YouTube, when I'm streaming, it shows up on people's like homepage and they think it's a video that's really long. So they click on it and then it's actually a live stream. And they're like, what is this? No. And then they dislike it. Yeah, that's a thing. We're at the balance section of fixes soon. Oh god, the fixes are so long. Let's see here. Speed demon thing, knife thing. Belts can no longer be ripped with a general purpose ripped denim leather clothing recipes anymore. Because the on-create function for those recipes would also produce a buckle item when they were used to rip apart belts. So you can't rip apart belts anymore? Or was there like 3 different ways to rip them apart? Did I see push range is completely borked? Really? All right. Orga outlines on. What's borked about it? You use the force. Oh, wait a minute. Is it max range now? Yeah, it is. I think it's the white line now. Hold up. Let's go God mode so they're standing still. No, it's not the white line. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is push range borked or are the zombies leaning farther forward? It might be activating on I think it might be activating on their hands. Yeah, I think you push their fingertips. Okay, back to the belts. Item list belt. I don't have a knife or anything. Yeah, I can't rip it like that. Knife. All right, now I have a knife. Can I rip it? Cut up belt. Okay, so you can still rip it up and it still gives you a buckle, right? Yeah, it still gave me a buckle. The no-no zone has been reinforced. All range was borked in the internal build. At first, you could push stuff that was a few feet away from you. Then it got reduced to where it is now. Well, it seems like it's still a lot farther than it used to be. Hand holding is so lewd. That's right. Thank you for the follow, Dord. Let's see here. It might have been giving multiple belt buckle. Maybe, I don't know. Small iron bands can now be produced by scrapping vehicles. Oh, there you go. You don't even have to use that recipe to make them from vehicles. You just get them. Added recipe to forge a file and auger drill items. Added the heading tool as a requirement to craft the metalworking pliers. All right. Added tongs item. Some more distribution tables. The weight chance will likely... This is not the right music, is it? Oh no, it is. It's like Christmas music. It applies to all the weapons, it's just way more noticeable with small ones. Yeah, I noticed you were like poking zombies in the fingertip with your knife. It is pretty funny. We'll have to see how that ends up feeling though. There's music. Yeah, it's probably too quiet on Twitch and it was too loud on YouTube, so I just nerfed it, right? So if the music is playing, it's playing. If it isn't, it isn't. I'm probably still gonna get copyright claimed on YouTube because magic, even though it's copyright free music. But I'll just cut out whatever sections get copyright claimed. I don't got time to deal with fake claims. Brussels sprouts can be added to stir fries and roasts. That's awesome. Added tongs and masonry tools, more tables, so they have more opportunities to spawn. Remove the max item size parameter from the cache box item. That's interesting. Oh wait, added tongs items and more distribution loot tables. The weight chances will likely need to be adjusted, but this item, like the mason's chisel and trowel, needed more widespread opportunities to spawn. Balance things. All non-garage doors in trashed and looted house stories should be unlocked. That's kind of nice. It saves you a little bit of time getting in those. No online yet, right? You can do co-op, like the split screen co-op, but not multiplayer. The pace spin is titled 41.1. Really? It's 42.1 for me. If a character has a bleeding neck injury, and the bleeding moodle will be at its maximum value. Oh, wait. Whoa. First of all, I think I skipped a little bit there, but that sounded very interesting. Rope belts that the character crafts should only provide one left hotbar slot. So they're worse than the actual belts. Barricaded doors in trash and looted house stories should not be smashed. Okay, that makes sense. Ever see those old dudes teaching Aikido at the mall? When they touch someone, they just fall over. Oh my gosh. The karate, like, show-off things are so good. If a character has a bleeding neck injury, the bleeding moodle will be at its maximum value. Previously, only the number of bleeding body parts, regardless of their severity, would affect the moodle level. Did you know people didn't bleed me? People didn't bleed me. They didn't believe me that that was how that worked. They thought it got worse if you were bleeding worse or something like that. Crazy. Construction worker vehicles can sometimes have wallpaper in their trunk or truck bed. That's fun. Oh man, I'm gonna get sick wallpaper all the time now. Shiv weapons all require no more than one maintenance to craft. They should require 0 maintenance to craft. The flint nodule and stone 2 weapons are no longer short blunt. They aren't a skill associated weapon anymore, and no weapon skills provide any benefit when using them. Rest in peace, stone. Actually, apparently the stone's still really good, so don't worry about that. You're just happy you're no longer getting neck lacerations from corn. That got scary fast. Yeah, the corn was like actual blender mode on your character. The stone 1 is good though, right? Stone 1 doesn't exist. The simple metal knives and crude knives are more durable. Not as durable as the long version, but close to it. Previously, they were far less durable. Plated versions without a handle are less durable. Fixing the handle serves as a shock absorber, blah, blah, blah. Rebalancing the durability of the multi-tool and handing knife items. They were too fragile previously. Yep. Dang, they hit it hard, but I guess they didn't intend rock to be the best short blunt. I mean, the rock wasn't the best short blunt. It's just that in Zomboid with weapon progression, your weapon is either useful or it isn't. So the rock being useful made it one of the best weapons because it was abundant. Rebalance the durability. Oh, wait, read that already. Previously, one craft recipe, sharpened bone, could be used to produce both small sharp bones and long sharp bones. Oh yeah, that confused me was streaming like right away. Now they are two separate crafts, sharpen bone and sharpen long bone, with differing skill level requirements. I don't know why it requires different skill levels, but okay. The minor nerfs to durability and damage of the long sharp bone. Increase the XP gain for mini bone associated crafts. Rock was easiest to find. Sometimes you spawn in a house that doesn't even have a frying pan. You know, I spawned in Riverside on like the normal apocalypse loot settings, and I went through 4 of the rich houses on the east side before I found a weapon. I was actually getting pissed off. The best weapon is the weapon you actually have. Yep. All right. More peaceful music, please. It's lovely reading the YouTube chat and seeing that some people are like really far behind and they haven't clicked the live to catch up yet. Added the sheet metal snips to some randomized world clutter item pools, forging definitions and attached weapon definitions to avoid bottlenecking them. Did they fix crowbar maintenance? No idea. These boots were made for stomping, and stomping's what they'll do. Yeah, seriously though, like stomp zombies. The brass nameplate item can spawn as antique loot in addition to desktop clutter. Added some new recipe magazines to the foraging table. They mentioned that earlier. Food items in stories that are spawned in using the regular story item spawning function should now be the proper age for how long it has been since the apocalypse. No, they're going to be rotten. No. My CDDA runs. Oh, everything's going to be rotten now. Old generator item is now significantly louder than the good normal generators. Hey, doesn't that make it more valuable because it'll pull zombies from farther away? The cheap blue value tech generator is also louder than good normal generators, but not as loud as other ones. Both kinds of generators already degrade at a faster rate than good generators. So not only the premium brand one also degrades slower. Not only is this thing better at pulling zombies, but it's better at training your electrical. The Stone 2 weapon was given the same pushback mod and lower damage values as the Flint Nodule weapon. The Stone weapon and Flint Nodule have a greater chance of being damaged when used for an attack. The Stone and Flint Nodule, should now drain approximately twice as much endurance as previously and produce approximately twice as much muscle strain in the code. Why does that call it out in the code? Like, that's scary sounding, right? The Stone and Nodule will do 2 damage to a door per strike versus 1 damage previously. This shouldn't be the worst possible weapon to use to beat down a door, and arguably might need a higher value. Isn't 2 damage per hit to a door like god awful? No more mystery soup. It still takes like 20 axe swings to break some doors. So yeah, that's what I'm sitting here thinking. Like, weren't people making the sledgehammers to break doors? Oh, my YouTube chat just died, by the way. Don't mind me while I refresh the page and acquire it again. All right. Fixing this up again so I can read everyone. Where is keep chat? There we go. Okay. They will now never catch up to live. I mean, they will. They just have to click live. Let's see here. Or if you're on YouTube and you're like behind right now, all you have to do is increase the replay speed to like 1.5 and you'll catch up real fast. Character has line of sight to a television and has a TV remote equipped in one of their hands. They can perform appropriate interactions such as on and off or changing the volume from a distance that have to be adjusted or walk to the TV. Credits to Sky Zoo and I guess they're mod for thinking of this before us. Simple smile. That's funny. Why is Paceman Sweetest? I don't know. Is that not like supposed to be the Ukraine flag? Let's see here. Added some missing options for cutting leather in half. Oh no, I just said that on YouTube. Now I'm gonna get like a warning or something. Camping first aid kits on store shelves should now be stocked. Oh yeah, those are like always empty. Reduce the run speed modifier on the knee pad items. They were placeholders, as it's not currently functional, but also they were excessive. Oh yeah, so run speed modifier is still not functional. You're gonna use a remote to turn people's TVs off from outside the windows. No one's gonna know who has the remote and keeps turning the TV off, and it's gonna be hilarious. Added condition bars to some items. Make crafting a wooden toolbox slightly more relaxed regarding the ingredient requirements. Does the toolbox achieve anything? Added sharpness property and condition bars to non-weapon scissor items, safety and medical. Set up some spawning opportunities for some new literature items. The bottleneck items have more spawn opportunities and were added to the foraging tables. Added some scrap items to the bin junk distribution items. One of them has utility for smelting, and others were added to the game with the intention of having similar future utility. Added some bottleneck items to clutter item pools. Basically, it's the same bottleneck items over and over again, just getting added to different loot pools. Man's gonna be trying to watch Life and Living, and I'll just be denying XP. Yup, like you're gonna like pull out the VHS tapes, and you're just gonna someone's gonna turn it off. None of the mods work yet. I don't know. The background mod for the game works. That's the only one I have turned on. Added functionality for the small hacksaw for several appropriate craft recipes. Medical shears can be used instead of other tools for some recipes involving cutting tin cans. They can do that in real life. That's cool. Can I test the range of the TV remote? I mean, I don't feel like I would ever really be asked that before, but let's go. Remote. I have the TV remote. Device options. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't work. Did they say it has to be in your hand? All right, it had to be in your hand. One second, I have a phone call. All right, so I have a sneaking suspicion I can be infinite distance away. Oh, it disappeared. So it's right about here to there. How many tiles is that? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tiles. Yeah, you're gonna be able to troll the fuck out of people with that. I like it. Oh no, I just cussed on YouTube. Dang it. I'm so used to Twitch. It's okay. It's many hours long VOD. It'll probably be fine. Reduce door damage to kettle maul weapons from 40 to 30. Increase door damage of the bucket maul from 40 to 50. More items, including several of the new broken items, can be used to carve medium and small handles. Interesting. Screw YouTube. Cost it makes no difference anyway. So it kind of does, because you get different ads on your channel and you make less money. Ice hockey sticks can be carved into long sticks. Relax the auto learn requirements for all learnable napping recipes. They should all be one level above the required level. Still no multiplayer? Yep, no multiplayer. Still, you have to play co-op. First 30 minutes matter most. It's like the first 30 seconds will straight up demonetize your video. And after that, you can kind of get away with it. But there are other reasons, like brand-wise, why you don't want to cuss on YouTube. Or in general. You'll just have better opportunities if you don't do that. Relax the auto-learn requirements for all learnable napping recipes. They should all be one level above the required level. Start from the stone all that unlocks at the required level. Remove the maintenance level requirements for disassembling shafted implements. Literally 1984. Yep. The survivor zombie and mob that spawns on the roads will spawn in a more diffuse crowd than the tight little group they did previously. Hey, it's gonna be harder to spot them then, though. I wonder how diffuse they are. The malls burn through way too much endurance and muscle strain to be of any use. I mean, if they're good for destroying doors, like that's a lot of door damage. You could probably two-shot most doors. They're still pretty spottable. Okay. I think we have roll storage here to tell me what's up. Masonry vehicles can spawn concrete powder in their trunks. Players can now open the world map in the dark if they're in a vehicle that has battery charge over 0. Awesome. Harder to avoid, easy to get around if they're all huddling when you're driving. Oh, yeah. You could usually just get around zombies anyway. The mall can mine stone nodes. Yes, it can. Boosted the XP gained for several leather and hide crafting recipes. Some tweaks of bookstore loot. Allow destroyed item. Wait, whoa. Hold up. This might be a really good thing. So, for cutting bars in half, broken bars can be cut in half with a hacksaw for up to 100% conditioned bar halves. So, do I have... Yes. You. Short blunt. Where are you? Let's go by weight. That'll find it faster. The iron rod half and the steel rod half both weigh less than 1, making them very ideal weapons. Also, they have a lot of durability. So that's your new stone, by the way, guys. Found it for you. They're on the no maintenance tag, right? Probably. Doesn't matter. If you need a weapon, those are going to be really good because they don't weigh 1. You're going to generate less muscle strain. So this is the fabled stone one, apparently. Is cutting the bar in half reduce damage? Probably. I don't know. Added aiming position check, which includes targets within the threshold. Improves aiming at crawlers in close proximity to the player character. Oh, wait, is that fixed? All right. All right, we're aimed at it. We're aimed at it. We're not aimed at it. Oh my god, you could shoot a crawler while you're standing on top of it somehow. Oh wait, no, I need another crawler. All right, so if I'm right here. Yeah. So it's not even in the box anymore, but you can actually hit it. There you go. Crawlers fixed. Yeah, this is a huge win for guns. Guns are so much better now. Looked like the bullet kept going. Could it hit a standing zombie afterwards too? No, it's just an animation. At least for the handguns, it's just an animation. Updated refill lighter recipe. Wait, you could refill lighters? Fixed it spawning an empty lighter. You try to refill your lighter and it just spawns another empty one. That's amazing. Added fleshing tool to the Gigamart and other butchering store locations. Cool. I don't have to build one now. There is lighter fluid. You found one in 3 towns. Cool. What's the best melee weapon at the moment? Or melee weapons? I think late game, the crude stone axe is still the best weapon. Particularly since spears are no longer broken OP. Updated recipe for twine. It now needs 20 dogbane items, a surface, and craft time increases from 140 to 180. Celestial shotgun hits now grant aiming XP once per shot rather than for each pellet that hits. Rest in peace, shotgun. You are trash now. How much aiming XP do we have? 2.3 or 2.03. 2.7. The shotgun is dead. The reign of the shotgun has ended. Long live the shotgun queen. They also don't have the bugged attack speed anymore. Rip. Wait, what do you mean by the bugged attack? Do you mean pressing E? Or do you mean the hold up. Whoa. Oh, the spears. The spears. Never mind. All right. Fixes is okay. So fixes goes from line 263 to line 591. We're not even halfway through this. Fix a black screen at the start of the game for some AMD GPUs. Rest in peace, anyone who had an AMD GPU. Fix not being able to target animals properly. Fixed awarding strength XP for ranged weapons. No, I can no longer power level strength with a shotgun. Oh, it was so good because it gave XP for each pellet. Fix ignore damage awarding weapon XP. Fix characters not always attacking a closer Z even with multi-hit on. Hell yeah. All right. Fix not being able to open some seed packet types. Fix some 3D items sometimes becoming gigantic on use for a split second. We're going to have to make sure that's actually true, by the way. I am who I am. I have to test that. Fix drainable items losing uses after saving and loading. Hey, so many of the mods I have like 30 mods that just do recipes and other bug fixes, and now I don't need them. Fix mini snow tiles not rendering. Snow-covered trees, for example. Fix watering can not filling with rain. Fix an exploit with cigarette carton packing craft recipe. I imagine you can make infinite cigarettes. Can I test it? It's such a pain. It would take a long time to test. So I'm just gonna skip it and test it offline, and then if it's still happening, I'll make a video about it. Fix some sacks not having the proper well, if it's still happening, I'll report it to the devs and then I'll make a video about it. Fix some sacks not having the proper tags so they could be ripped up. Fix radio and TV shows not properly saving. Storing this data on load. This fixes player being able to rewatch the show by logging out and back in after the show ends. Rip. Exploiters. Is there a Discord? I do have a Discord, but I'm not going to post it here because then I'll have too many people in the Discord. It would also convert empty beers into a full pack. That's hilarious. Fix blacksmith recipes that required base charcoal instead of the charcoal tag. Fix boiling water not considering game speed. Fix a hutch being recreated at X-1. Anyway, fix some packing recipes not allowing for favorites. Double animal name rendering. Aiming at a vehicle with a melee weapon but not hitting, reducing the weapon's sharpness. Hey, guys, it also reduced the durability. By the way. Fix low quality water. Hold up. I have to check. Where's the nearest crash car when you need one? All right, so this bat is at full durability. And I'm going to check my maintenance XP, 0. I mean, I'm going to assume this got fixed, but let's look. Still at 0. All right, I would say it got fixed. Fix low quality water causing a black shadow around bodies of water. Oh, the like graphic setting. Fixed walk 2 resetting the game speed to ×1. Yay, we can run around and auto walk now. Yay. Fix bottles of disinfectant only having 1 use. Fix alcohol fluid containers not disinfecting wounds. Fix oddness when starting to exercise when crouching. Interesting. Fix item name tag sticking to the cursor when the crafting menu is closed. Fix campfire not boiling water if you added the pot before you lit the fire. You got your cow back to producing milk, but to make butter, you do need minimum 5 liter. A 5 liter container cannot be used in different containers like 5 plastic bottles. Yeah, you need a bucket now. Fix an issue with multi-build failing when multiple input items drawn from the floor. Oh yeah, I was having that happen while I was trying to build my base. Building a rain barrel, fix the related recipes. I don't know what was fixed, but they were fixed. Fix packing rags, turning all rags dirty. Fix the player losing health and getting muscle strain from heavy loads while sitting on furniture. Fix the armor mag having 2 duplicate codpiece recipes instead of a recipe for both a codpiece and a courgette. I remember someone told me it wasn't pronounced French, so yeah. Fix the sharp stone fragment being incorrectly in the weapon item type. It's not. It's a normal type item. This would cause crashes when equipped. How did I not have a crash from noticing that? The oddness was your character helicoptering around their spine when doing burpees, etc. That's hilarious, Earl. That's. Please tell me someone has a clip of that. You thought it was Gorget? Gorget or Gorget? We'll never know. Fix some new weapons incorrectly being long blunt and not short blunt. Is that the mace or whatever? Fix some undesired results when making spears. Fix some weapons improperly being short blunt, not long blunt. Fix female long tooth necklace weights. What does that even mean? Fix fluid improperly affecting stress when drunk. Pretty sure Bloody Drongo has a clip of it. Awesome. I'll maybe remember to look for that. They should have kept the helicoptering burpees. Yeah, maybe. Is the rain barrel plumbing fixed? I have no idea. All right. Fix building randomization and stash system stuff. Not accounting for Z levels below 0 and above 8. That's interesting. Fix loot respawn not occurring in basements and also in skyscrapers. Fix an error with shoulder armor recipes. Having inconsistent tailoring skill requirements. I assume because you can make left shoulder and right shoulder, they were like different. Fixed campfires being destroyable by fire. Absolutely hilarious. Fix the layout of transfer liquids, long container names and fix. Fix bowl and clay bowl having inconsistent categories. I thought they were going to say the clay bowl is too big. Is the clay bowl still super big? We have to know. It's necessary. All right, the unfired one is not too big. Oh, it's probably like bowl clay, right? No, it's no longer huge. Sorry, guys. You have like 300 mods activated. This is an update going to make them incompatible. Yes, some mods are incompatible. Your save may not even work. Do we know if Build 42 ever fixed a non-working medical system? I mean, the system works. It just doesn't really do much. Where was I? Fixing error, clicking on antibiotics, fix layout. Read that. Fix build recipe code error when building stairs. Fix dried jalapeno peppers being able to rot. Oh, so those just last forever? That's cool. Metal bandsaw's name on right click. Fixed every thumpable which has can pass path northwest, not being transparent to building. Fixed improvised tin. Oh yeah, you couldn't pick those up in the world. Please tell me they got rid of the preluded locations. Nope. You could just turn those off in sandbox, and I'd probably recommend it, honestly. Did they fix a 40-kilogram fish? As far as I understand, they added a recipe to split the fillets in half. So technically fixed, yeah. Fixed favorited flashlights, not allowing batteries to be inserted. Fixed glitchy model rendering, affecting mods due to not normal bone weights. Fix corpse drop by leg sound not playing for face down zombies. I didn't know it even played a sound. Fix head slice sound playing when a vehicle kills a zombie while a driver has a katana or other long bladed weapon equipped. I am so sad I didn't notice this. Fix several smithing magazines having obsolete references to craft recipe names with spaces and not underscores on them. How much do I dislike the looted setting? Personally, I don't care about the amount of loot. Other than early game, it seems really weird to just not find a weapon after like a couple houses. Like, please, just give me a weapon. And that's why the stone was so popular. Fix forging a corkscrew, not consuming a small handle. An issue with occult activity story, and added some more randomization potential items to it. So that magazine fix means we could craft short swords now without a mod. I don't know yet, but I would assume so. Have I seen an alligator gar in real life? In an aquarium. Maybe week 1 should have high loot and rapidly drop off. I mean, it drops off by like 50% over 2 months. And then over the... So there's actually 2 ways your loot disappears now. There's the looted chance for like the bandits to loot the stuff. And that is, I believe it's 50% of old buildings after 56 days or something. And then there is the loot over the course of 10 years fades to 0. So, screw you long play people. Fix broken branching having two broken branches having too high of a maximum condition. That's fun. Debug log thing, error with trunk access in a building van. Undesired behavior with is empty and is full input flags. I think that's like the, yeah, whatever. Like the jar was full of water and it wasn't working right. Fix some errors with the make can pipe recipe. Fix making can pipes, destroying inputs, not destroying the fluid container inputs when desired. More can pipe stuff. Forge bucket input for wire. It had 0 uses in it. Fix the long stick and broken long stick being forgeable as firewood alongside natural wood items. Chewing tobacco, eating rat poison, and other stuff using the green bar text overlay on the item. Take pills. I didn't even notice. It's okay. You stop needing the loot after 3 months anyway. Yeah, pretty much. That's how I feel. Although, I don't. It feels weird to like try to add more late game stuff, and the late game is like entirely crafting stuff and not like no longer looting. Like you lose reasons to travel the world is what I'm trying to say. Fixed characters model curling up when shooting at sitting Zeds with the M16. Why are they sitting Zeds? They were crawlers and Zeds on the ground. How are they sitting? I'm worried. Fix instance of walls not cutting away, not being able to boil water in saucepans, opening garage doors running with open garage doors running with transparency unless they are a cutaway. Squares not hiding when attached to a cutaway, garbage creation in several spots. Reading the herbalist magazine, giving the player the herbalist trait. Fix reading the herbalist recipe magazine, giving the player the herbalist trait. Didn't it always do that? Maybe I'm confused about this. Fix the air when harvesting flowers. Fix money not going inside wallets. Fix a scarecrow recipe. Ooh, we can make those. Did they fix a weird cutaway when you can see inside buildings? No. I love this, by the way. Being able to mouse over the fences and stuff, getting them to disappear. It's so good. I think it's supposed to give the benefits of herbalist, but not the trait itself. Oh, so it's giving like the foraging bonus. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Butchering animals inside a container, not removing it. Rip everyone spamming animal exploits. Animal attacks on characters occurring at too long of a distance. Opening canned corned beef, sardines requiring a can opener. Code that could call the server stuff. Wait a minute. Did they accidentally leave in some of the code to connect to multiplayer? I wonder if anyone snuckily made a server. Fix open, like the, what is that? The self-hosted server? Open egg carton, not setting age for all eggs and not setting frozen status at all. Interesting. Fixed being unable to unpack some tents. Player being able to exercise while sitting on furniture. Fixed place radios ending up on the floor by making red mobile tool cabinet a table object. Translucent grime pixels blocking view of the player. Keys being named after a cultist. Some other new zones. Being drawn over the list of recipes. Missing depth textures and seating data for church pews. Fix Zed's playing the wrong animation when shoved down. And no more key blast cows. That sounds absolutely hilarious. Fall. I mean, looks the same to me. Fix Longblade skill books providing reloading skill. Hey, another mod I don't have to do. Fixed missing maintenance skill books. So they, for reference to people who are like just joining, 3 professions got maintenance level 1 as a base now, and they didn't increase the cost of them. Maintenance XP gain has been doubled, and maintenance skill books are added in the game. Fix items spawn as loot, being able to go inside containers they shouldn't. Fix players being able to overfill bags in the same seat as they are occupying. That's a fun mod. I mean, that's a fun bug. Recipe code for a pack of batteries that spawn in the world. Being able to change uncapped FPS. Oh, being able to change the uncapped FPS via a text file. So there's a mod that let you change back to uncapped FPS. They are purposefully limiting the FPS. And it has things relying on it in the code, which is probably an absolutely terrible idea. But it is a thing now. We're Bethesda. The aiming skill book is stupid as shotguns. I mean, shotguns no longer give stupid levels of XP, so maybe not. Binding to FPS is a tried and true terrible idea. It's not even binding to FPS. As far as I understand, it binds to the frame rate cap you select in game. Like, it's not my frame rate, it's this lock frame rate that it binds to. Which is an odd choice. I regret to inform the short bat recipe gives a large handle instead. Rip. So I picked 60 for recording reasons. If I'm playing and not doing anything, I just crank it. Well, at least it's not tied to FPS. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure someone will figure all that out and yell at the devs about it. Fix low level and high level composters using switch check, leading to a high level version added purify water recipe. Can I edit this so that's fixed? So it seems like they cut that. They accidentally like overwrote that patch note. Fixed because this water recipe thing was like at the top. Why'd Lumberjack get even more buff and maintenance? I have no clue. The unlock frame rate would also throttle your PC so hard when opening your map because the rendering single image at like 3000 FPS. That's hilarious. Fix seating position on blue bed sprite. Fix wood burning stove overlay sprites. Fix exception with container. Generators not powering things below ground or above level 8. Hey, we get to have basement bases. Fix an error in a container. Check if the seat's occupied or not. Wood floor using the wrong tooltip. Fix a display name of Green's van. New camping and military first aid kits spawning without any loot in them. Garbage bag boxes not having used while equipped equals false. Whatever that means. Fix a character's model curling up when shooting Zeds with the M16. That was earlier. Fix a character starting to get aimed down before the Zed falls down. I feel like, I mean, like, yeah, I guess it's good they fixed that. This is Z population fixed. What does Z population fixed mean? I think the composter fix is supposed to be about the level 3 carpentry version, not showing when it should. Oh, happy Tuesday evening. Forgot Steam goes down at this time. Yeah. Makes you think of the old pizza place websites that use Flash to render their menu. They'd absolutely max out one of your cores because of no FPS cap for an image on a website. That's amazing. The old internet was incredible. Fixed values for losing and gaining weight for fast and slow metabolism traits. Did they change them? Because I know slow metabolism was kind of broken, but did they change fast metabolism? By the way, unless they change the amount of calories you get from fish, I'm probably going to play with fast metabolism and just do fishing. Because I'm going to have too many calories anyway. It doesn't even matter. Fix missing mechanics overlay for the van. Fix skill books. Carving 2, training carpentry. That actually happened to me in-game, by the way. Slow metabolism was bugged to be like fast metabolism, right? Where you had a tendency to lose weight. It had like extra calories to gain weight, basically. But nowhere near as much as the fast metabolism did. Fix errant raccoon in the small roadkill story. Oh no, we could have found a raccoon. Fix short sword blades not being properly implemented in the symbol blade recipe. Incorrect reference to a club hammer. Scrap Morningstar displaying block mall as the output. Radio magazines having old recipes. Head sacks having the hat category no hair instead of no hair, no beard. Yay, short sword blades fixed. I mean, as long as sharpness exists, I feel like the sharp stuff isn't that good. Well, not sharpness existing, it's sharpness being tied to the head condition. Fix inconsistent seed packet names, don't really care. More seed packet stuff, cotton stuff. Skeleton corpses becoming meaty when dragged, that was always really funny. Fix players direction changing when placing items in the world while sitting on furniture. No! The furniture bug so you can look behind you got nerfed. Sitting on the ground is clearly better now. Fix broken very long stick. Animal health inside hutch being updated too often compared to not inside hutch. Fix the ram being able to hit you from too far away and delayed. Wrong item using purified water recipe. Translation thing. Animal trailers are missing their brake components. Error with evaluating bed pillows. Hey, the pillows actually work now? That's cool. Fix broken shoe. What do the pillows do? Do they just upgrade the comfort? Do they do something else? Does anyone know how much stamina consumption when pushing and stomping? All right, get your eyes out real fast. Let's remove you. Turn off God mode. I'm overweight. Let me drop some junk. All right, so endurance is a stamina. It's currently full. It used 0.003 stamina. And then you just say stomping. Same thing. All right, now let's hit a zombie with it just to see if it's different. It may have actually used a little more that time. By 0.001 more, I think. Fix missing and wrong ground models for canteen items. Engineer profession not knowing the bomb recipes. Because the difference between capitalization of recipes names and the impression the actual recipe name is hilarious. Fix an error to add key to world in base vehicle Java. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe more keys will be on the ground now. Adding animal designation zone level greater than 0. Mechanic overlays of ranger vehicles being unable to refill empty welding torches. Hey, yay. Fix a bellow item not having a ground model. Maintenance books not giving the same skill modifiers. Other crafting books. Some building menu entries using base hammer and not the hammer tag. They actually fix the sodas? Okay. Fix some inconsistencies with the folding small knife weapon damage. Fix the bell item having 2 different tag fields, I assume. The metal bat with bolts having the same damage output as the normal metal bat. It always had a better critical performance, however. Okay, so the metal bat with bolts got upgraded. An error with the farming code where a plant's bad month would be offset forwards by 1 month, resulting in crops being incorrectly cursed in some circumstances. What about all the other circumstances? Has anyone tested planting a plant. Fix an error when burning corpses. Fix items already in fireplaces not heating up after lighting a fireplace. Gas cans disappearing after lighting a barbecue or fireplace. I think they disappear when you set a zombie on fire too. Fix some minor issues with harvesting mineral deposits. Fix the flint thing clipping on the ground. Blacksmithing characters not knowing how to make heading tools. And several other recipes. Blacksmith buff. Forge stuff. Math problem when checking for connected animal zones. Added some roads in the in-game map. Fix a praying hands keyring having the wrong display category. Unstable patch update? Yep, it's already out. Go play it. Even if the plants are immortal after being planted, seems like it's not worth it due to how long it takes. Yeah, it's a wonder. A thing that wonders. Has Nimble XP been buffed? It feels like it. Oh, are we still ultra fast with Nimble like it was before? I don't know if real storage is still here. It seems like it. The ultra fast Nimble got nerfed? I think it's still faster than before. Fix an error when a player would go into the rear seats of a compact car without passenger seat for the rear seat. Fix a guitar pick item having a toy car item color mask on its item icon. Fix some special loot vehicles not having trunk loot. Fix some unstable UI spam where it said item report instead of recipe report. Players not putting mask on after drinking. Hey! Fix a layout of something. Fix thirst, hunger, and fatigue benefits from fluid being drunken being 100 times as much as they intended to be. Yeah, the cocaine soda has been nerfed. It was like level 1 in Nimble, jumped you to Nimble 4. Honestly, that two or three Nimble I did felt like 10. Yeah. And then 10 was just full-blown walking speed. Fix and list unhappy. Fix and listed the unhappy change effects and food items tooltip. Not having an effect on character unhappiness. Previously, it only affected boredom. Fix weirdness, undesired behavior when drinking water, using inventory interactions. Fix some issues with right-click inventory drinking interactions and the percent of fluids consumed. Fix thirst values, being wildly out of scale with other beverages. Fix an error with items in containers and car seats. Fix undesired behavior when using vinegar as a spice for some evolved recipes. I believe it used an entire jug of vinegar. Fix an error with times 100 didn't cause an integer underflow bug. No, I think the soda had the stat for like a full can of soda as 10 milliliters of soda or something like that. So because it was 1,000 milliliters or whatever, it just drank all of that. Can you plumb sinks? I haven't read that yet. Fix an error with weapon on break that could happen when an item on the ground breaks. Fix some issues of bucket forged stew appearing. Buckets of soup and stew returning the wrong old obsolete buck item. Chest rigs and webbing boosting a character's attack speed. Not being able to put squash in the roast. Dismantling worn watches. Size electrical scrap model. Dung items not composting composters. Hey Allison, all your poop's gonna compost. Map place cooking pits and fancy campfires not working. Being able to add hot dog bun packs to evolve recipes. The buns should be unpacked beforehand. Fix fish that were too large from possibly spawning in fishing baskets. Plumbing is the main reason you put PZ to the side for now. The meat cleaver being axed is diabolical and so stupid. Give us burger flippers something, please. Yeah, I know. Also, the meat cleaver has like a 20% attack speed bonus, which stacks with lumberjack. It was probably per milliliter instead of per liter. Yeah, that's what I assume happened with like the recipe, right? Fix forge buckets not being cookable. Fix badges not fitting in wallets. Fix a forged crude blade and forged long crude blade recipes being required to be learned. Now they do not require to be learned. Fix the spear's crude item. Wait, so you could just make a metal long blade for free? That's weird. Fix the spear crude's item on break function not existing. Fix being unable to butcher animals with stone knives or long stone knives. Hey, that CDDA start got really easy now. Fix the long stone knife not having the kill animal tag. Fix tongs being impossible to forge without tongs. Fix some errors with changing the fuel limit for campfires and stuff. Fix some bugs with fuel amount. Fix this one spawn farm, spawning the keys for a different farm. Large stone axe back attachment slot not working. Opening ring top. I assume it's ring top cans, like canned food. The meat cleaver counts as an axe. Yep, it does now. It is full blown an axe now. It's not short blade with like swings. It's straight up an axe. You need the skill level, but not the recipe. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Fix issue with SWAT boiler suit. Fix multiple issues with welded weapon crafting. Packing recipe issues for pottery books. Missing ingredient for crafting firecrackers. The shelf bags containers, which should be empty in stores that are on the floor. The trash building stores having loot spawned in them. Involve cases such as backpacks on the floor. Oh no. They'd nerfed the looted building loot. I'm pretty sure the short blades still have the faster than normal combat movement speed during attack animation. Fix olive oil showing up in evolved recipe product names. Fix. Oh no. Oh yeah. This is a nerf that I kind of hate. But fix insects, bugs, worms, etc. providing cooking XP when cooked. Fix characters being awarded multiple zombie kills with multiple shotgun pellet hits. Fix insect repellent and staples other items having a remaining bar in their tooltip. Fix issues with remove oxygen tank from the the self-contained breathing apparatus. So by the way, rip crunchies. Yeah, I know. So by the way, in the rural surplus store, there is always a self-contained breathing apparatus, and you could take the oxygen tank off of it and have a thing to mount your angled flashlight on. So now you don't have to randomly try to find a specific zombie to get that from. You can also find that on firefighter zombies sometimes. Let's see here. Are any of these important? Not really. Fix cars stalling when towing animal trailers over rough terrain. Reduce engine force reduction when off-roading, especially when towing. So this towing off-road is okay, like you could actually do it, but towing on-road still feels like garbage. Fix 39.9% alcohol items, not disinfecting wounds. Steam server browser still being queried. I feel like they accidentally left in multiplayer, but like in a way that it was hard to access it. Fix color picker not working when a character dies and a new one is created within the same world right after. And fix a new color picker not working with a controller. Fix glass roofs not blocking rain or acting as floors. Not being able to build stackable crates on tabletop objects. So you couldn't build them, but you could place them, right? Towing test? That's gonna eat into my dinner time if I do a towing test. I'm speed reading at this point. Buffing off-roading is nice. You hated how slow it felt. I mean, the fact that just reversing across a field made more sense than driving across it is just dumb, right? Fix tints that can't be picked up in several locations. Fix being able to being unable to gain XP by discarding a forged item. Fixed XP gains by cooking and multi-stage building. Tutorial not working for Mac users. That's hilarious. The burnt houses spawning firefighter zombies can be a good source for the self-contained breathing apparatus. Yes, that's how I found it a couple times now. I spotted a burnt house and I'm like, wait a minute. I fixed burnt cars, player visibility cone in the map not being displayed for Mac users. Fix fog in a shader on Mac OS. Moldra police basement, missing exterior walls. Let's see here. Fix cutaway items can be wash tag. Fix the missing can be wash tag for dirty bandages and other stuff. I assume you can wash them at the sink now. Fix the context menu, not checking inventory for items that can be wash tag. Napping recipe thing, breaks, parsing, crafting panels, search bar, ignoring the selected category, clay bowls being too big when placed on the ground. Oh, it's so sad about that. Let's see here. Oh, they say it twice too. There's poisonous berries and mushrooms. Missing the poisonous tag in foraging sometimes. It's being unable to pick up movables when through open doors. I hope no one died from that. Fix being unable to pick up movables through open doors. Increase the light range of light bulbs. Yellow and orange. Oh, do they mean the color? Or like the actual range? The scuba gear doesn't let you wear glasses? That's hilarious. I said short-sighted is cursed. Can I explain the building floor change? Okay, so looted buildings have items spawn on the floor. Sometimes those items were bags. Those bags would spawn items inside of them. They changed it so that those bags don't spawn items inside of them. Fix alpha testing issue with particle rendering that results in unpleasant flickering of cloud shadows while zooming in and out. Fix an error when killing an animal. Attach a rope. Bandage tooltip covering the player's health panel. Oh, it plays the vehicle failure or running out of gas sound if it's dead when you try to turn it on. Tile collision fixes. Fix the leather drying racks not having collision. Stick crosses not having the same position as the square of plank crosses. Inappropriate collisions for several tiles that shouldn't have had them. Steam appears to be back. Yay! Fix tooltips for the window and wooden floors. A bunch of errors fixed. Game crash. Shader compilation issues on Linux. I hate to say it, guys, but if you're playing on Linux, yeah, things happen. Did I ever see a bug with a screen flashing white when under an outdoor roof? Nope. Any word on multiplayer for beta? Not that I know of. What was I thinking of here? Fixing error and crafting a meat patty. SpongeBob will be happy. Fix profession and magazine references. To the forging the cleaver instead of the blade. Playing wrong sound when making burger patties. Fix lamp pillar not working. Partial fix for zombies flipping from back to front for some deaths. All right. Fix removing death animation and a number of death animations. It's playing default death alongside the correct death animation, causing blending problems. Redirected hit spear death 2 to use the correct animation. Added missing condition to fall down spear death 2. All right, engine changes. Ran shaders through a validator and fixed some warnings. Fixed possible exception. Added a function. Is wearing visual aid. What does this do? So that mod items such as corrective contact lenses and custom body locations can be made. That's absolutely epic. Short-sighted buff if you have mods. ISO cursor and reticle now creates shaders and loads textures at startup rather than on demand. Added 2 Lua methods for mods, both returning a string of file names in a directory. Setting core force snow to be true will render snow on the ground and roofs at 70% coverage any time of the year. Displaying snow on trees this season must be set to winter. Fix a, I don't know, thing not compiling. Change the tile bug report. Right click feature to include a container report. Information that tile has a container. When you cut up cooked bacon, it turns into uncooked again. That's like a classic Build 41 thing, right? Like make a burger, add lettuce to it, and turn it into a raw burger or something like that. It's hilarious. Crafting and building UI, work in progress. Made the crafting panel smaller, scale with font size, remove white space. Fix the crafting panel search bar, ignoring selected category. Fix clay bowls. Fix missing icon for metal barrels. Recipe filtering. Where no recipes would show if drop down was selected before entering search phrase. Improved responsiveness of the craft panels to the font screen size changes. Improved resize of the crafting panels. Make recipe panel auto expand to fill space. Made recipe panel title word wrap to avoid overlapping text. You got food poisoning because you didn't pay attention to the bacon bug? Rip. Wait, there's things that weren't listed on Steam. So Steam has a very, well, I mean, it's not small, but it has a character limit. And at the top of the Steam post, it linked the paste bin so you could read everything. Mad Lads fixed clay bowls thrice. I know, they really hated us having the big clay bowls. Improve the resize of the crafting panels. I read a lot of this already. Made all icons scale to a power of 2 to retain detail. Fixed scaling and positioning of button. Is there anything important here? Is this just all? I mean, it did say UI, right? Yeah, it did. Increase height of the craft button. Handcraft build and entity panels. Now restore position and size when closed and reopened. Not yet saving preference to disk, however. They have to change it once per load up of the game. Edit error logging for build recipes are missing icons. All right. Naming. Oh my God, we're free. Naming and wordage. Long handle renamed large handle. Generic chicken meat item renamed chicken leg. I don't think that was in because I had a chicken, right? Hairspray renamed hairspray with a space. Mutton chop renamed mutton. Remove color from sheep head names. Corrected. Requires workbench to requires surface in crafting. It's still important. I appreciate me doing this. This like all the UI stuff, like you'll see it, right? It doesn't seem like any of it is the way you interact with it. It's just you see it. Let's see here. Renamed all long material spears to spear with long material head. For clarity, long spears are the same length, only the head is long. I was really confused about that because it seemed like they swing slower. Stop the large branch item having the display name Wooden Cudgel. These already had their names before, so this is an old patch note. Matches were renamed to Matchbook. Fixed Echo Creek description error. New open canned food recipe renamed Open Ring Pole Canned Food. Very long stick demoted to long stick once more. Oh, you mean it's a lot to read? Good job. Yeah. I mean, my voice is going to be dead tomorrow, but it'd be fine. Thoughts on the restrictive spear crafting recipes? Thought they'd add some forged spear options beyond heads. I feel like we're going to end up with pole arms at some point, right? But they won't be called a spear. They'll be like a two-hand. Fix military elbow pad and military knee pad. Clothing item names. Clothing item names need to be as generic as possible due to the texture randomization. All right. Yeah, that's everything there. I was going to check plumbing. And then I will be done for here. So I need to find a flat roof because I'm not building my own. Yes. Yep, zombies, go away. Not like this. Right clicking doesn't work. Alright, we're free. God mode. Walk through this. Boop. Build. Rain collector. Build. Alright, now we gotta go down and sink. Yeah, we can't do that. We have to pick it up. Crate. How do you... There we go. I actually need a wrench to pick it up even though I'm God mode. That's fun. I need the pipe wrench anyway. Oh no, it has a chance to break? Did it disappear? I think it broke. It totally broke. Those bastards. There we go. Any huge changes of traits? Not really. They mostly fixed traits. Did it break putting it down? Okay, whew. It's there. It's just not there at the same time. I mean, I don't see a plumb option, but also I'm pretty sure my sink is like on the floor, right? It was there? Plumb it. Oh, it is there. It has been plumbed. Let's see here. Climate debugger. Precipitation. Storm. We are gaining water. Very slowly. I can wash myself. It exists. We've all been saved. So they fixed plumbing without mentioning it in the patch notes. I'm sure there's a million other changes that weren't mentioned in the patch notes. Is the water turned off though? No, the water's not turned off because I didn't place it outside. Hold up. You're right. Let me just increase my carpentry level so I can pick my sink up. All right. Did it break? No, it's there. Nope. I was inside. Oh yeah, it needs to be inside for plumbing. I hate this game sometimes. Well, then it worked, right? Was the water infinite when I was inside? I don't know. Oh, God. I'm in God mode. I can just splat on the ground. It's fine. I mean... I don't know, guys. Oh my gosh. After how long have I been streaming? Let's see here. After 2.5 hours, my application to combine my YouTube and Twitch chat so it's easier to read just started showing the YouTube stuff. That's hilarious. A little late. But if I gotta make it before water turn off, I don't know. other people figure it out and complain on the subreddit, right? But I am going to be out of here. I'm just going to set this back over like that. And I will see you guys some other time. I don't even know how to raid people on YouTube, or I would. On Twitch, if you guys want to join the raid on Twitch, just go to my Twitch channel and we will raid a random person real fast. Any change of traits? A bunch of traits got their recipes fixed. And then some professions got maintenance by default.